Welcome to Mountain Bike Outdoors. We're on to the big one, guys. This is one I've been promising you for a couple of weeks. Myself, Adam and Carla, we're off to the Lake District to tackle Scafell Pike. It's the last big mountain for Carla, so she can tick it off of her bucket list. So we got a 5-hour drive out to the Lake District. I'm just going to put my seatbelt on. So yeah, we're up for a little adventure, guys. Join us. According to Adam, we've got 5 hours of Mariah Carey in the car as well, so it's going to be entertaining. So we're just making a quick pit stop on McDonald's and we're going to hit the road, so we'll see you shortly. Alright, so we're just into the Lake District now. We've got about 20 miles left to go. The scenery's changed a bit. We've got a few clouds overhead, there's a little touch of rain in the air, nothing to worry about. So yeah, 20 miles to go. Starting to get a little bit real now, and so we're staying at a place called the Woolpack Inn, which we've never been to before, so that should be interesting. We'll see what that looks like. I'll give you a tour of the room as well. Carla's managed to stay awake, she's bought some film, so she's still with us. But yeah, this is it. This is the Lake District. It's a big old place in the UK. It's very popular with tourists. So we're hitting Scafell Pike, which is the highest mountain in England, 986 metres. You're looking at around a 6-mile total walk. So
check out his horse.
Check out his horse. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow morning. So I will see you shortly, guys. So we've arrived at the Woolpack Inn at Hardknott Pass. We've come down through Hardknott Pass. It was quite steep in places. You can definitely smell Adam's brakes cooking on the way down. But we got here, fair play to him. Colin McRae in the corner.
And tonight he's going to do Lager Apocalypse. 20 fine lagers.
25 lagers. And still climb the following day.
No, we won't.
No, you won't. No, I'm on a coke at the minute. I'll have a proper drink in a bit. We can't book in just yet, we're a little bit early, but you know, space for the view. Happy days. Good morning, welcome to Mountain Bike Outdoors. So this is day to climb. We are 3 miles away from Wildale Head itself. We just pulled in just to appreciate the view. Lovely as always. Both guys have had breakfast, we've all done what we need to do. We're all as equipped as we're going to be, so we're going to start climbing very shortly. The weather is looking a bit spotty. We're looking at a little bit of rain. It might clear up. I'd be very impressed if we can see anything from the top of the mountain. But yeah, let's get our game faces on. Okay guys, so we've arrived at the National Trust car park, which is just over in that direction. It's £7 to park the vehicle for all day. So we're about to hit the path and we're heading off up into the mist in that direction. Visibility is poor, so don't expect to see too much from the top. Adam and Carla are just giving themselves a quick toilet break and then we'll head off. Looks nice though, doesn't it? So we estimate around 5 hours total for the climb. So it's a 6-mile round trip. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a little bit cold on the top. It's a bit of a shame really. But every time I come to the Lake District it rains. It's just a feature. So we'll crack on, we'll get stuck in. So you come up through a couple of kissing gates, and this is where it starts proper. The initial ascent is quite steep. It does get easier, or it might just be a case of you getting into the swing of things. Today I've become the thing I hate. I brought a walking pole because my knees take an absolute battering. I just thought I'd give poles a whirl, see if they give me a bit of extra support on the way down the mountain.
Ahoy hoy.
Ahoy hoy. Shall we?
No.
No? No, that's it, we're going home. Nah, let's crack on. All of you, so you can see Wastdale water down there. We've just crossed over a stream, so we've come to the right. We've got this water running to our right, so I know we're going the right way. We've got Adam and Cara just up there. We're all sweating profusely, I think. It's a tough old climb, this one. It does go on and on and on a bit. It might be the shortest, but it's certainly the more aggressive climb of the three. But it's just a case of crack on and keep going. Head down, yeah, don't look up.
Hi.
Hello. It's Twix o'clock. There is a marker of sorts. It's this bloody great big boulder sticking out the side next to the path. So it's got a good place to stop and have a quick 5 minutes, a Twix or play with your phone, check out the view. We've still got quite a way to go. As you can see, the path disappears up into the distance. You end up going round a sort of corner, so you end up losing sight of the lake for a bit as you're getting towards the top. You can still see the streams to our right hand side, so we know we're still on the right track. I've got the GPS fired up. So far I've not needed it. The path is pretty self-explanatory in the daylight, but if the weather was to turn nasty as it tends to do on mountains. Plus we've been following people, yeah.
Slowing us down, right?
So if we go the wrong way, it's their fault, not ours. But no, the route's planned, it's plumbed into the GPS. But you can see over there we've got some cloud cover on the mountain there. So it's a possibility, you know, if the clouds ever gets nasty, you're going to get a little bit lost. So far we're doing pretty well. See some specks in the distance as there are people coming up. So we've got a fair way to go. I'm not quite sure how far.
Oh, we've got to be over halfway.
Hang on a minute.
All over the river crossing.
So the terrain's starting to change a bit now. We're starting to get more boulders and loose rocks. You can see these specks in the distance. We're heading up the same way as out in the path we're on now, actually converges on their path. So you can take either option if you wish to. It's starting to get cold up here now. We're starting to walk into the mist, so the temperature's dropping rapidly. We're all still sweating a bit. If you keep moving, you'll be okay. So it's always a trade-off between wearing your waterproofs and avoiding them in the bag, or sort of being a little bit cold, but then chucking a layer on when you stop. I'm a big advocate of throwing a layer on when you stop to prevent you getting any colder. But if you keep moving in hard conditions with lots of kit on, you're just going to sweat. You're going to take out the heat retaining properties of your clothing, and you're just going to lose a lot of water through sweat anyway. So we're doing well. I think we've got our sea legs, so we'll just keep going then. What a view. So if I get the GPS up my pocket, I'll tell you how far away leave me walking past. We are 730 metres, so we've got another 250 metres ascent to the summit. So blue arrow is us over here, and this is where we're headed, onto the top, Scaffold Pike. So we're doing well. It's what time is it? 10 to 12, so we're storming along actually. We're doing really well. So it's a bit more about a path. It does go into another boulder field. You need to be careful towards the top. The boulders are quite loose and it's very easy to lose your footing and slip and hurt yourself. So we're doing well. Morale's still high. Adam's still taking a piss out of Cara, so we can't be that bad. So we'll see you shortly. So about 180 metres from the top now. We've walked into the clouds, you can't see a thing. Completely lost sight of Wastwater. So we're heading off into the mist. The difficulty's just increased from the path we were just on. It's a lot steeper now. There's a lot more sort of loose boulders and stuff to contend with. This is where it gets really tough towards the top. But I know we're still doing fine. We're all doing okay. No injuries. Still sweating like an absolute monster, but who cares? Going to the last 200 metres of our ascent. We've got about 40 metres to climb. There's one of the last cairns, piles of stones, like an indicator where you should be going. There's a group of people in the distance. If you can just about make them out, they're all going to the same point, which, if you follow my hand, is directly in front of us. It's a man-made sort of stone circular wall.
And it's Costa Coffee.
Apparently, according to Adam, it's a Costa Coffee. Your mileage may vary. So we're nearly there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sit up here for a bit, contemplate life, and then consider going back down. So we're very nearly there, guys. A couple hundred metres to go and that's it. We've arrived. There's much up here. Adam's having a quick vape. So this is the trig point itself. You've got your spot for your theodolite there. Ordnance survey markings there. So this wall was rebuilt this year, I think so. So it was given to the National Trust 1919. Scaffold Pike in the Lake District, the highest mountain in England. All three of us have made it. We just got to get a couple of photographs, then we'll start heading down, I think. So, yeah, brilliant. So we're making our descent down from Scaffold Pike. So a few closing thoughts from me on climbing Scaffold Pike. You need to be prepared. Obviously you need your waterproofs, good walking boots, first aid kit, whistle, torch, map and compass skills, GPS if you can afford one. GPS will certainly help you out. There's no substitute for a map and a compass. So yeah, it's been another successful little jaunt for Matt and Barra and the crew. So thank you to Adam and Carla for coming along for the ride. I think they've had a good time. Carla can now tick off Scaffold Pike off of her bucket list. So she's now climbed all three of the biggest peaks in Great Britain. So that's a good thing for Carla. So yeah, the view's a bit obscured, but you can see a bit more. I mean, this is the first time I've seen what Scaffold looks like in the daylight. I've done it twice before, but it was sort of 1-2 o'clock in the morning as part of the Three Peaks Challenge. So for me it was nice to see the actual landscape itself. What I would say coming towards the top, if you can see greenery like grass and moss on the rocks, you're off track. The actual path itself, you'll notice there's actually no greenery at all on the track. So if you're seeing greenery, you need to stop, backtrack a little bit and get yourself back on just the plain pebbles and stones. Obviously towards the top's a little bit jittery, like there's a lot of rocks that are very loose underfoot, so you need to get a little bit careful there. And obviously coming down from the top as well, you need to make sure you go back the way you came. It's easy to go off the wrong way if you're not paying attention. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. My name's been Keith from Matt and Barra Outdoors. As always, comments and suggestions are welcome, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Matt and Barra signing off.